Hello and good evening, meteorologist Mike Adcock with an update on Typhoon Hagupit as it continues to cross the central Philippines. This briefing is based on the 9 Zulu Japan Meteorological Agency advisory from the 7th of December. Taking a look at satellite imagery, we do see a much weaker storm from yesterday. That's as it slowly tracked across Samar. Definitely weakened associated with that. And just the terrain interaction as it moves across the central Philippines. Convection is really more confined to some bands in the north and northwestern side of the storm. A lot of heavy rain still associated with it. We're just not seeing that deep convection. And also look around the periphery of the storm, seeing a lot of wispy cirrus moving away. So this system is really starting to go in the weakening phase. That was observed in JTWC's 9 Zulu Dvorak analysis, where they called a data T of 3.5. That's the objective analysis there. That's just below typhoon strength. Current intensity based on the rules, though, at 4.0, which is the bottom threshold of typhoon intensity, though. I do anticipate JTWC to downgrade this to a tropical storm. Maybe a little bit slower for JMA to do it based on their 5 p.m. information, as we see here. Center of circulation was located 20 kilometers east-southeast of Masbate City, or 95 kilometers south of Legazpi City. It continues to move to the west-northwest at 11 kilometers per hour. Winds per JMA 150 kilometers per hour with gusts up to 215. Pressure down to 955. It should see those numbers weaken as we continue into the overnight hours. Still have some public storm warning signals to note. Highlighted there in red are signal force 3. Folks there are alerted against flash flooding and landslides. Could see storm surge up to 3 meters. I think this is on the pessimistic side, but definitely it's better to take shelter, take note of this, and be advised of the situation. Stay away from the coastal areas. Highlighted in orange is force 2. Possible flash flooding and landslides for there, and could see storm surge up to 2 meters. Again, this is really going to be relegated to the bays and inlets around river valleys and whatnot. And then highlighted in yellow there, signal force 1, could see some occasional rains and gusty winds. That does include Metro Manila. Of course, as this system moves to the west-northwest, we could see some of those areas upgraded. So even if you're in signal force 1, that doesn't mean you can't be upgraded a little bit later on as the storm gets closer to signal force 2 or so forth. Expecting, again, heavy rain with this system, 10 to 30 millimeters per hour as it does track across the central Philippines. Did have some reports earlier this morning from 8 a.m. Saturday morning to 8 a.m. Sunday morning. Rainfall totals varying between 300 and 400 millimeters there in Samar. You could see very similar situations there in Bicol and into points westward. Take a look at satellite, or rather radar imagery from Pagasa. Still some very heavy rain showers. The big challenge is they're not particularly very heavy rain showers. Do have some stronger cells there north of Virac, but the big challenge is just the consistency, the duration of these rain showers. With the storm system only moving at 11 kilometers per hour, these locations are going to get inundated with steady, heavy rainfall for a long period of time. So that's really what's driving the flooding concerns. And really what's challenging us is a strong area of high pressure to the north. That's capping this system off. Do have another ridge of high pressure that extends out of China in toward Indochina and South China Sea. That's really helping to slow this system down. With a lack of steering current, really this system's just going to meander there in the Philippines. Let's go ahead and take a look at the forecast tracks. Here's the official the official JMA advisory track. Again, slow west-northwestward movement, expecting by Monday storm system to make landfall there in Mindoro. Right now, looking for those worsening conditions, especially in Mega Manila, to be late on Monday night, then starting to subside as we get into Tuesday and Wednesday. Pagasa is going to be very similar in terms of their track, a little bit further north, a little more on the northern side of Oriental Mindoro. Brings it a little bit closer to Mega Manila. And then as we look at the JTWC forecast, again, pretty much on point with Pagasa, a shade higher. The bottom line here is all the forecast agencies, not only these three, but we start looking at Korea, China, Taiwan. All the agencies in around the area are pretty much singing the same tune, which is a huge change from what we've been seeing this past week, where we've had such great variance. Again, the later on tracks, so once we get onto Tuesday and Wednesday, the storm system moves away from the Philippines. Keep an eye on it for those interests there in the Spratly Islands. And then by the end of the week, by Friday, could see this impacting southern Vietnam. We'll continue to monitor the progress of that. Taking a look at Masbate City, this is as of 9 Zulu or 5 p.m. Philippines time. Heavy rainfall continues there, 22 kilometer per hour winds. Really not seeing the winds with this system again, or they're in the city at this time. Could see it a little bit later on, but right now it's going to be the very heavy rainfall. Pressure there, 992.6 hectopascal. Keep it tuned over at westernpacificweather.com. We're going to continue to monitor the progress of the storm overnight and into Monday as this starts to threaten points westward, including the National Capital Region. Also join us on the various social media networks there on the on the bottom of your screen there, as well as my social media networks as well. Everybody have a great day. Take care and be safe out there. Thank you.